guys, how you doing? It's Henry at Motors and Blowers. Good morning. When you're watching this video, I should be back from Indianapolis. I went to go see the Indianapolis 500. I'm doing this like 2 weeks before I go, but scheduling the videos, I should be back from Indianapolis. I hope I had a good time. Anyway, next on the agenda is I haven't gotten myself to take the Murray into the backyard yet because I feel like I want to fix the deck. I don't really have any other choice, see, because Murray decks are very hard to come by. I've been looking and looking and looking. And the only thing I saw was two Murray decks, one in, the other one's okay, for $60 in Massachusetts. Well, if you think I'm going to drive 4 hours one way and 4 hours back and pay $60 for two Murray decks, you're nuts. No, I'm not doing that. Because gas, round trip, tolls, forget about it. I'd be ended up spending like $200 for this thing. Forget about it. So I'm just going to try to patch it up. It'll give me a chance to play with my welder. I like welding. I'm not good at it, but you'll never get good at it unless you keep practicing, right? What better opportunity than to practice with a rotted deck, right? Yeah. So I said I didn't have any sheet metal. So I went to my bin of parts, and I've got like these heat shields from like LT1000s and, you know, old tractors and stuff. The tins, covers, whatever. That's pretty decent gauge. It's okay. It's not like bendable with your hands. You know, you got to use tools to bend them. So I think this will be all right. And it's already black. You know what I mean? Yes, I am using a cheap Harbor Freight Tools arc welder. They actually tell you don't need to grind the metal for it to weld. And look, we're only talking about sheet metal here. So I had like this, I think this might be a bicycle chain protector cover. So anyway, that I cut it so that it fits perfectly here. So that just covers this big part of the hole. And it has a lip, so I can kind of bang it and bend the lip so that it fits there. A couple of tack welds to put it into place, right? Yes, I'm gonna weld it along with this frame because the frame needs to be sturdy. And if you weld it along to the frame, it'll be okay. Then I'll get another piece and cover this whole part off. And then a big rounded or half semicircle moon that'll go underneath this part here to cover that. And then grind off some more shit and come up with something else over here. And, you know, do some patch welding, you know. The rest of it over here is kind of okay. Grind off all the stuff, you know, make sure, tap a little bit, make sure that there's no other rotted parts. And it'll be a usable deck. It'll look uglier than hell, but, you know, it'll be usable. As long as the thing doesn't fall apart. But you know it's okay because, look, the structure of it is still intact. This part here, the framing structure of it is still there. And I was banging it. This is pretty good. It's only the rot on this area. As long as you cover it up, it'll still work. Spindles, belts, and the lever assembly with the pulleys, they're all good. So I'm going to just give it a try. Okay. Not pretty at all. A lot of blobs of stuff, but look. Solid. No flex. Cool, that's good enough. I'm gonna have to fabricate some kind of piece that'll go like right there. So I've cut out a piece. I've been doing some major league banging and grinding, clamping, just shaping this thing. This part here is a muffler heat shield that I just cut the shape. Might have to drill a hole here later to affix this bracket onto that. And I'm just gonna leave this here because the more holes the better. I could put a bolt in there or something like that, but it ought to be okay. So that would take care of this entire front part there. Like I said, it looks ugly, but it might work. Check that out, fellas. Over here is not too good. I had a bad angle. But over here looks okay. Hey? Check that out. That ain't bad either. I mean, it's not good, but... Well, I finally ran out of wire. I've been using this for a long time. Hey guys, how you doing? It's Henry at Mowers and Blowers. Came to the church today to sell the one that I got from Robert from Holbrook, the black one with the red top, you know, rear self-propelled with a bagger, Briggs Quantum engine, really nice. You know, I had it listed for a 185. I have had some Yahoos offer me 100, 120, 150, but I figured I sold stuff like that without a bag for like 160. It's got to be a way I could still keep and hold on to the 185 number that I wanted, right? So I stuck to my guns, and this guy came. I don't know where he went. Anyway, nice guy. He's buying it for his tenant. I sell a lot of mowers to guys that own homes, and they're buying mowers just for their tenants to mow the lawn, you know what I mean? I sell a lot of those. Anyway, he didn't bargain with me. 185. What a score, huh? And look what just came in the mail. It's my flux core wire for my welder. So now I can continue to weld that deck and then be able to, it was cheap, it was $17 shipped to my house on eBay. It's the .035 kind. It was like 20 something at Harbor Freight Tools for the 0.30, so I figured why not just order it and wait, you know? I had other stuff to do anyway. So it's been a few days, and you saw, I finally did get my flux core wire, and this was like $18. Yes, welder, and it's a size 0.035 inches, 0.9 millimeter, 2 pounds worth. I'm gonna put it in my Chicago Electric flux welder. I got this for $89.99 like 4 years ago from Harbor Freight Tools on a Christmas special, and I had a coupon too, so it was like super cheap. It's done me good, you know. Anyhow, so this is what I got going on now. As you guys remember, I welded the top part there, middle part here. This is pretty good. This is solid. You got this part here that's almost like a, you know, like a a quarter circle, whatever, right? And so I couldn't find any sheet metal that would accommodate that. I mean, this one's sort of, but if you took the dome away, it wouldn't fit, and the semicircle is too small, you know. So if you did that, it would look uneven, and then you'd have to patch that part up anyway, you know. So that's out. So then I found this John Deere muffler cover, heat shield, and this kind of like has a contoured shape there, right? And this actually fits like that, you know what I'm saying? So I took a piece of cardboard, see? And I put it in there, and I kind of felt around for the shape of it, and I used a marker and I shaped that out. So that's perfect right there. So I just need a piece of sheet metal that's that size. I'll cut it, draw it over here, right? Kind of cut the shape of it. Use a hammer, bang around the contours to make this fit that perfectly, and then tack weld it on there. So that's that. Then I would get that, and then I gotta do something like there, you know. So that's the plan. Now I'm gonna install my flux core wire in there. So I might as well show you guys how to change it. There's a button that you press. The lid comes up like that. The spool is on this wing nut thing that's spring loaded. Boing! There's a cap that goes like that. And there it is, right there. This was a .030 from Harbor Freight Tools. It came with it. So I'll have to unravel this thing. It's taped. Alright, so it looks like that. Here's the beginning of it, right there. Okay, got the tip out. Got the tip out. Put this like that. Not like that, like that. Just on there. Put the L spring over there. Put the wing nut back on here. Okay, here's the tricky part. It has to feed smoothly into this thing here. And it's kind of bent, so I don't know how smooth it's going to be, you know. Stick it in there. And kind of manually feed it through here. I'm not sure. This thing here, I can lift it up, open it up. It won't go all the way in. It got totally unraveled and crazy now. I mean, I'm gonna go nuts just trying to figure this stuff out, you know? Kind of like uncoiling Christmas tree lights. Holy cow, I don't know how this happened. Sucks. Okay, I was about to lose my shit, but I finally got it recoiled, and I'm just gonna try to feed it now. So far so good. I'm gonna take it slow. You wanna make sure not to kink this so that the wire moves freely through here. As long as it comes out the front, I can feel it right around here now. Where I'm looking, I can feel it. It'd be a moving. Hey, there we go. Nice. That took a long time though because of the mishap. I have to refasten this onto my cart. Now that I've coiled my new wire, I'm gonna cut out my shape. Gonna have more material than it shows, just to be safe. So I can kind of tap the corners. Henry, why are you going through so much trouble? Because it's not like I have Murray decks all around, and without a deck, this thing's not going to sell. Who's going to buy a hauler with a bagger system on it that you can't use, right? Okay, I've drawn out the outline, as you can see, and I'm just gonna go to town with the grinder. I know I need to replace this disc, but it still will work for a few corners. Look at that. So I banged it sort of flat, has a little bit of a contour in it, and look, it matches pretty good. I just need to bang it a little bit more with a chisel, kind of flatten it out to match, be as flat as possible onto the deck, and then we'll do some tack welds and bang it some more. Well, I got carried away, and every time I put a new panel on, I would bang it to get it into place, and it would bang so hard that it would make a hole into another one. So I got carried away, but you know what? I just kept on going, even though this is just a deck of Swiss cheese, you know? Every part pretty much has a patch, you know? But honestly, I was really just concentrating on practicing my welding. You know what I'm saying? See these long, elongated ones? I'm getting there, you know? It's not like dots and dots some places, but there are parts where I'm starting to learn how to do the long welding poles, you know, like a snake, you know? But anyway, as you can see, there's like Swiss cheese rust all over the place. The deck is so thin in certain places that, you know, every time you try to weld something, it pokes a hole, you know? So, I mean, it structurally is pretty solid now because it's got metal, stainless steel all over the place, you know? The front part here is kind of interesting how I curved it, you know? But this is pretty solid. I mean, it'll work. It just looks like hell, though, you know? Anyway, it's just about enough of fixing Swiss cheese as I can handle for a day. I don't know. I guess I'll mount it and see if it works, you know? I'm sure it'll work. Well, that's it. I've had just about enough fun with welding for a day. Pretty much built an entire deck from sheet metal that I just found here and there. Welding is hard. I mean, it's tricky. Sometimes when you think that, oh yeah, I got it, you're burned through the deck because it's too hot, you know? So I have to kind of learn about the speed it comes out, temperature, minimum, maximum. I have it on minimum now. Wire speed is at like 4. You know, you just kind of get used to it, you know? It's a lot of practice, and I'm still not that good at it, you know, but it's fun. Welding is a lot of fun. If you guys haven't tried welding, go get yourself a cheap flux core welder and practice. It really has helped out making mufflers in the past couple of years, you know, and welding things that you otherwise wouldn't be doing, you know. But anyway, I have a deflector too for this, so I'll rig up a deflector for this, get some black paint, paint it over, put it on there. It's gonna work because the spindles and blades move freely, the pulley engagement thing moves freely. It's just a deck, that's all. But now it's been reinforced like big time, you know. I stood on this thing, it doesn't even flex. So it's probably stronger than, well, not stronger than new, but stronger than before for sure. It just looks like hell, you know. Anyway, thanks a lot for following me along today's welding job. We'll see you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers. Hey, if you guys enjoyed the video, remember to give me a like. Also, comment below. Subscribe. Remember, it doesn't cost anything to subscribe. It's free, right? Also, hit that little bell. That way you'll get post notifications whenever there's a new video, and you won't miss out on any of them. Remember to follow my Instagram and Facebook, as well as if you'd like to donate $1 or $2, paypal.me/mowersandblowers. Really appreciate all the support. Also, to keep the videos coming every day, support the channel. Bye.